In today's YouTube video, I'm going to be teaching you the 5 common low elo mistakes and how to fix them. So whether you're in any low elo rank such as silver, bronze or iron, I'm going to be helping you get out of it with a few simple fixes you can make to your gameplay. And if the video does help you out, of course, drop a like on the video and subscribe because it does help me out too. Anyway, let's get on into it with the first mistake being playing, not practicing. A big mistake that a lot of you will run into is you simply won't go ahead and practice. You'll just be playing the game regularly and casually, and there's a reason why you aren't improving. If you are practicing, then clearly there is something else going on. However, if you simply aren't just playing the game for the sake of playing the game, I would also recommend putting a little bit of that time into practicing. You don't have to go crazy and practice every second that you are on Valorant, but a little bit of practice here and there does help for sure. So I'd recommend adding it into your gameplay if you haven't already. A good example of practice that you can do is going into something like Aim Lab, for example, or simply going into the range in Valorant, whatever's easiest for you. Pick one of them, or it could be VOD review, looking at your gameplay, or it could be a multitude of different things. Whatever it is, learning lineups, practicing your aim, make sure you are practicing and spending some of that time actually improving your game, not just playing for the sake of playing. And the next big mistake is not giving things enough time. A lot of you will be upset when you don't improve instantly or something doesn't go your way, or you simply aren't making the changes that you need to be, and you've only been practicing for a day or two. Realistically, you're only going to see changes in your gameplay after a week or so, and even then it might only be very, very minimal. So I'd definitely recommend actually waiting, and if not, then change it. And if you are wondering how much time you should actually give it, I would say anywhere from a week or two, and if you haven't seen any improvement for what you're doing, then it's time to call it a day, move on to something else, or change the way you're doing it. But of course, this is just a general idea. You can probably tell when you should be improving. A day or two, 3 days, too quick for improvement, but any time after that, again, you want to be seeing minimal improvements and then bigger improvements over the course of the time. Make sure to track it in any way you can, and make sure that you are really looking at it if it is actually helping, because a lot of people will go wrong and waste too much time on something that doesn't help, which is the next big mistake after not practicing at all. And the third big mistake is not making use of communication. If you're not communicating, giving call-outs, doing stuff like that in low elo, then it really is going to hinder your performance and overall your team's performance. I would highly, highly recommend that you make sure that you focus on those different things, including communicating with your team and giving call-outs. So not only does it help you practice your map knowledge, practice giving call-outs when you're eventually going to be in a team yourself that you actually know, and not playing with randoms is also going to help with that. You'll get used to it, and as well, another big benefit is it gives your team information and it can help them, and that in turn helps you win more rounds and win the game. Overall, a great skill to have for the future, and also something that will actually help you out in game. And then the fourth big mistake that we do in fact have here is not focusing on your aim. Easily the biggest part about why people are stuck in low elo is their aim. If you want to get out of low elo, fix your aim and you will get out very, very quickly. That really is it all comes down to a few basic concepts. Aim is such a basic tool, and if you really can master it early on, it'll be the sole thing that will help you to carry yourself out of low elo. Aim is a massive part of your game, and eventually in the future, when you start to use it more, it will come in even more handy. If you really focus in and practice that one strength and get it really good, you'll then really be able to focus on getting out of low elo and focus on the higher ranks. And low elo is really just a case of aiming and a few other concepts, but realistically, if you have good aim and most of the other stuff is going to come to you naturally, you'll be able to get out of it very quickly. And I truly do believe that aiming is probably one of the biggest areas you should focus on early on. And then the final big mistake that we're going to be taking a look at here is when you aren't going to be finding a team in the future. I would highly recommend finding a team, and at low elo it can help you out for sure. Just make sure those players that you are going to be playing with aren't exactly completely new to the game too, as then you'll often be better playing with randoms unless you enjoy having fun with them in game, which is completely fine too. A good team, people who are in gold or silver, which isn't going to, it will allow you to actually queue with them, but at the same time, you'll actually be learning from them and taking information. If you can find that type of team early on who actually wants to improve, help you get out as well, that's going to be crucial because you can learn things from them and they'll also help you out. That's it for today's YouTube video. Drop a like on the video if it did help you out. Subscribe as well, please. And also, I do stream on Twitch, link down below. We do stream some Tarkov, maybe some Valorant too. And also support me on Patreon, link down below for that as well. It does help me to allow to do videos full time. I appreciate it a lot. Catch you in the next one. Bye.